What's goody, y'all? Welcome back to the Winner Circle, y'all. I'm so excited for this video today because y'all, I've been on the phone for the last few days. I've been talking to a lot of you guys who've been talking about spells and curses, and I'm like, ooh, not the Halloween season rolling through, and people feeling like they got spells and curses on them, y'all. So I'm finna talk to you and let you know exactly what you can do to protect yourself and how to break free from a curse, break free from a spell, a hex, whatever it is that you want to call it. Somebody's bad, raggedy intentions, okay? But first, before I get into the meat of this video, though, y'all, if this is your first time seeing me, make sure you subscribe to the Winner Circle because you're going to really get your life bossed up here. You're going to love it here, okay? If you a winner, you got to be a part of the Winner Circle, okay? If you my day ones, y'all, holla at me in the comment section and let me know you my day ones. I love y'all so much. The Winner Circle is popping because of y'all, okay? But let's get into this video, though. Y'all know I'm a life coach. Book a session with me. Literally, I've been talking to a lot of people who feel like family members been cursing them, people on the job been putting curses on them. Also, a real predominant one that I found lately that most people are saying is that they partner or their ex-partner, their ex-spouse, their ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, their ex's family members got ill intentions towards them and comment in the comment section and let me know if you know what I'm talking about. Have you ever felt like your exes or your current partner's family members, they don't like you and you feel like it's some weird stuff going on behind the scenes. It's some weird snake stuff going on behind the scenes. I'm finna let you know how to crack the code, okay, y'all? I'm gonna let you know exactly what to do to protect yourself, okay? First and foremost, before I get into some of these tips, these tricks, and these ways to undo some things, let me just break down the mechanics of spells and hexes and curses. Number one, you've got to, at this very moment, from this moment on, you've got to stop thinking that somebody else has more power over you. That's number one. And I'm not saying that you're not experiencing some things, but I'm saying in this moment, this very moment, that's your number one problem. Thinking that somebody else has dominion over you. That's your number one problem. And I'm not saying you might not experience some things, but right now in this moment, you've got to tell yourself now. Comment in the comment section, don't nobody have more power over me than me. You've got to know that. Because if you think somebody else has more power over you than you don't know who the fuck you are. And I'm here to remind you, I'm gonna lay it out and I'm gonna get raw. We got a lot of new subscribers, y'all, and I gotta say this because people get sensitive. If you don't like an F-bomb, you sensitive, something hurt your ears, the Winner Circle not for you, especially in a video like this. I'm finna get raw to the nitty gritty because I need you guys to really understand who you are. And I really want to emphasize on people's raggedy characters and personalities who out there is trying to put spells and hexes and all this voodoo stuff on people, okay? But you've got to know who you are. If you think for a second that God created you less than somebody else, that's your biggest problem. That's your number one problem. That's people's number one problem when it comes to spells, hexes, curses, and voodoo. You don't know who you are. If you go to a voodoo priest and ask them, is there people that you can't put spells on? They'll tell you. People who know who they are. People who really connected to God. People who really connected to that olive branch. All you got to do is know who you are. You cannot think for a second that God created Voodoo Vicky with more power than you. You cannot think for a second that God has created somebody to have more power over your life than you do. That's the number one problem. And you guys have to get that in your head. Can't nobody tell you about you better than you, okay? So now let's get into the mechanics of these things, okay? Because so you guys are experiencing some things where you know for a fact people are cursing you, people are hexing you, and let me tell you what's going on. Especially when you getting like tarot card readings or palm readings or anything of these natures. Now, don't misunderstand me. I'm not here to say these things are right or these things are wrong. That's for you to decide for your own life. But what I will say is you've got to be mindful of what type of person you go into. Because the very moment that you sit down and say, yes, I want to get a reading. Yes, I want to get a palm reading. Yes, I want to get an energy reading. Yes, I want to get this. Yes, I want to get that. Yes, I want to get a hypnosis. Whatever it is. Readings, palm readings, energy pulling, hypnosis, all of these things. The very moment that you pay for that service and sit down, that is the very moment that you give that person dominion over you. And I'm not saying that everybody has bad intentions. And I'm not saying that some of these people who do these kind of services have bad intentions, don't know what they're talking about. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is I'm going to keep it real because God told me to keep it real. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. What I am saying is these people that you sitting down with that's reading you, yeah, some of them, have good intentions and they can give you insight on some things. But can't nobody tell you about you better than you. I promise you. Can't nobody tell you better than you about you. But the reason why people are experiencing some effects of these things and some side effects of these things and really feel like somebody has put a hex on them and a curse on them is because, okay, let's say, oh, this is a good example. Y'all seen that movie Eve's Bayou? Let me know in the comment section if you've seen that movie Eve's Bayou. And it's about Louisiana. I think they're in New Orleans. They're in New Orleans. It's an old black family in New Orleans. New Orleans is a heavy area with voodoo. And one of the ladies, she had 2 kids, and she went to this voodoo priest or whatever, and the voodoo priest was telling her, your kids is gonna die. So, keep them in the house, they gonna die, da-da-da-da-da-da. Spooked the hell out of this woman, okay? And so what she did was she kept her kids in the house. They wasn't allowed to go outside. It was literally torture for these kids. Because in her mind, this voodoo priestess told me that my kids is going to die. Now, let me tell you something. The moment you sit down with these people and they speak something over your life and you listen to it, that means you subscribe to it. And because you subscribe to it, that means you're putting energy into it. You're putting belief into it. And now it's in alignment with your belief system. So now you manifested it. Not them. You did. You can either subscribe to it or not. God said you have the ability to speak your life into existence, not Susie over you. Susie can't speak your life into existence more than you can, but Susie can convince you to believe something. You've got to know who you are, and I can't stress that enough. So be mindful of these people that you're sitting down with who is telling you about your life. Now, it's okay for you to, get guidance or insight on something. That's different. It's a little bit different, but you've got to be mindful of what kind of readers you're going to, what kind of healers, Reiki healers you're going to, what type of, and let me tell you some red flags. I don't let nobody read me. Nobody. I don't get readings from nobody. The only person that I've ever let get a reading from me was this one girl. I DM'd her YouTube channel and I just did it to show her some support. But as soon as we started the reading, red flags out the gate. And let me tell you, the biggest red flag that you can get from a reader is if you get on a call with them face to face or whatever, or you're in front of them and they're not shuffling cards. The biggest red flag is we did a Zoom one. And as soon as the Zoom call started, she already had the cards laid out. You got the cards laid out. You could just be saying anything. Me, I already know this. I'm already aware. I'm just picking up to see how authentic she gonna appear to be for me. You just got cards laid out. You're not even shuffling. That's a huge red flag. You don't know what's going on. But you've got to be mindful, y'all, when you sit down and allow people to tell you about you. Can't nobody speak your life into existence better than you can. And I promise you, it works just like that. The moment you subscribe to whatever they're telling you, you start to own it. Then you start to believe it. Then you start building up momentum around that belief. You talk to yourself. You speak your life into existence. You got to know who the fuck you are. You've got to know that you have dominion over yourself. When you go into readers, to Reiki healers and all of these people, and again, I have to keep saying this. I'm not saying every person is bad. Every person has bad intentions, and some people don't know what they're doing. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is, if you got to go to somebody else, then you don't know who you are. You don't know your own power. That's like telling God, I know you told me I could speak my life into existence, but I think Trisha gonna speak my life better than I can. I know you told me I could manifest my life and speak my life into existence, but I think Jacob could tell me about my life better than me. And again, I'm not saying people don't have intuitive gifts and that can lead you. But if you're not aware of people's intentions, because a lot of people be money hungry, giving you just enough information to where you got to come back for the rest, there's more people than not who looking for money, okay? Believe me when I tell you. There's nobody who can tell you about your life better than you, baby. And you've got to understand what I'm saying. You've got to know what I'm saying. If something is going wrong in your life, you speak the opposite. You speak your life into existence. If you got some issues in your body to where you need healing, you get in that mirror. Mirror work will change your life. You get in that mirror and start speaking your health into existence. Your tongue, your intuition, your spiritual abilities is nothing less than the next motherfuckers. Do you hear what I'm telling you? It is not anything less from the next person. You're just not operating in it. You giving up your power. You're not believing in yourself. That's your biggest downfall. And people who are into it, who's operating in the spiritual realm, who are using their intuition for negativity, because the spiritual, when you operate in your powers, your intellectual powers don't have feelings, don't have emotion. They don't discriminate. Your intellectual abilities, your spiritual gifts don't discriminate. Oh, is this good or bad? It's just energy and it's just emotion. There are no feelings. Oh, this is good. This is bad. There are no feelings. Now, granted, the universal karma got your back. But somebody who's operating in the spiritual realm and they have ill intentions towards you, they can feel if you know who you are or not. They can feel. I've literally had, I think I mentioned this in a video before. I've literally had a psychic reader inbox me and tell me, listen, Coach E, I don't know who you are, but there's this girl, she wanted to put a spell on you. And as soon as I wrote your name down, I felt your energy. And I told her I can't put a spell on her. Because guess what? I know who I am. Just like y'all can feel my energy so powerful through my videos. Can't nobody tell me about my life. I don't need nobody to tell me about my life. God said, I tell me about my life. I create my life. It's all about your belief system. Be very careful of who you guys are getting information from, sitting down, be mindful. Because if you sit down with somebody and they start telling you about yourself and it's something you don't want to hear, get up and leave. You don't have to subscribe to it. You don't have to own what they're saying. The only thing you have to own is what you're saying. Your tongue is like a magic wand. Open up your mouth and speak what it is that you want to happen in your own life. Take dominionship, take power, take ownership in your own life, okay? Now, if you've gotten to a point, you were before this video, you were unaware of the knowledge that you got power over your own life, and you are experiencing some things. You do feel like you got a spell on you, a curse on you, a hex on you. Let me tell you something that you could say. I have wrote down a lot of stuff because I'm like, there's a lot of stuff I need to make sure I say in this video. Here's something very powerful that you could say. If you feel like somebody has put a curse on you and you've subscribed to it, you accepted it, let's just be real, okay? Because I'm not here. This is not a bashing. This is not to make nobody feel bad, but awareness is key. I want you to be aware that if someone has put a spell on you, that means you think that they got more power over your life, okay? That's just the bottom line. You think that whatever they got going on is more powerful than what you got going on. So if you were in that state of mind before you started watching this video, this is something you can say. My energy is mine and mine alone, and I don't give anyone permission to access it. That's all you have to say. As a matter of fact, put it in the comment section. Affirm it. My energy is my energy alone, and I don't give anyone permission to access it. When you say that with conviction and confidence, I promise you it works just like that. Say it over and over and over until you believe it, until you get it in your noggin. My energy is my energy alone, and I don't give anyone permission to access it. When you say that with conviction, man, people can't access you. It don't matter if they try magic. It don't matter if they try voodoo. It don't matter if they a voodoo doll. It don't matter if they try to peek into your life through readings. They will not be able to access you. You've got to say it with conviction. The person down the street who is a witch, they don't got more power than you. A witch is just a religion, just like Christianity, just like Hinduism. It's all a belief system. And everybody got their own belief system. Everybody got their own religion. Everybody got their own group, their own cult that they follow. I don't follow nothing. It's just me and God. You won't ever see me categorizing myself or subscribing to none of them titles. That's it. But just because, a lot of religion And I'm not here to bad talk religion, but I got to keep it real. A lot of religion, y'all don't realize that it produces fear in you. Oh, which is bad, and that's of the devil because of this term devil. Now you afraid, and you afraid of this. These are titles. I don't give a damn what you title it. I don't care about Wanda the witch down the street. Wanda has nothing to do with me. I don't give a damn what she got going on. Wanda the witch is not more powerful than me over my life, unless you give them dominionship over you. Unless you operating in that fear. When you start operating in that fear, guess what? They have power over you because you fear them. God said, fear not. You hear me? Nothing. Nothing. Get connected back to the olive branch of God. Can't nobody mess with you. Again, if you feel like something has been going on in your life, say that prayer with conviction. My energy is my energy alone, and I give no one permission to access it. I promise you, you say that, it will counteract, it will denounce, it will undo anything. Keep saying it over and over until it's embedded in your mind. Say it with conviction. Say it with confidence. Know who you are. Baby, nobody, God did not give so-and-so down the street or so-and-so who practiced this or rub on crystals or got sage in the air or is doing all of these things and these things. They don't got more power than you over your life. It's your fear that gives them power. It's your lack of knowledge that gives them power. It's your lack of confidence in yourself that gives them power. It's the lack of your knowledge of your own spiritual gifts and your own abilities that gives them power. They don't got nothing over you. They're tapping into what you're lacking. You're not lacking nothing. You don't need somebody to tell you about you. You talk to God, and here's where a lot of people get it mixed up at. They confuse prayer with power. Okay, the prayer. I hate to say religion again, but I got to keep it real. A lot of religion teaches people to pray in like a peasant state of mind. God, please protect me, please. That's not how you pray. Prayer should be commands. God said, I gave you the power. You are a manifestation of me. You are an olive branch of me. You are connected to me. God said, I gave you the power to speak your life. Stop begging for it. Where is your power? You can't be running around talking about you, God chosen one, you this, you that, but you operating with no power. When I tell you can't nobody access my energy, can't nobody access it. I am responsible. I am in charge of my own energy, my own life, my own feelings, my own emotion. And that is what makes me powerful, because I'm dominant in my own life, not nobody else. And all it is a shift in focus, a shift in perspective. It's not something that you got to conjure up and do hard. All it is you reminding yourself of who you are. You have the power. You have the ability to speak your own life into existence. Now I want to talk a little bit about, religion versus spirituality and all of these different things. A lot of religious folks, I don't do sage because that's of the devil, and I don't wear crystals, and I don't wear rocks, and da 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 da. These are trinkets. For you religious folks out there, you don't do sage, you don't do crystals, but you do holy oil. It's the same shit. It's oil. The power is not in the tool. The power is within you. Whether it's cinnamon, a mistletoe, a cross, a crystal, all of these things are objects. And I gotta call the religious folks out. You will wear a cross, but you think spiritual people wearing a crystal is bad? You doing the same thing with a different toy. These trinkets, these toys, these are just tools that emphasize you. You are the one with the power, not these tools, not these trinkets, not these toys. I'm not really a big fan of walking around with crystals or crosses or holy oil listen, that sage ain't got more power than you. That crystal ain't got more power than you. That holy oil ain't got more power than you. That cross that you wearing on your necklace and on your earrings ain't got more power than you. And I'm not saying these things are bad, do you? These things are beautiful. But don't misunderstand where the power is. The power is in you. If you think for a second that a rock got more power than you, book a session with me, baby. Book a session with me, okay? But I cannot stress this enough. You are the power. You are the power. Not somebody else over your life. Not a crystal over your life. Now, I'm aware that crystals, they carry certain vibrations and all this, but baby, listen. Everything in this world carries a vibration. Everything is energy. You are far more powerful than a stone. I promise you that. You are far more powerful than some olive oil. I promise you that. Get your head out the matrix, y'all. Get your head out the matrix. And if you religious and you talking down on people who wear crystals, but you wearing crosses and I don't do sage and all of that, but I do holy oil. You're doing the same thing, baby. Humble yourself and get out of that mindset that you think your belief system, your religion, all of these religion, all of these groups, all of these man-made doctrines, all of this man-made organized groups, everything is just a group. It don't matter what you title it. It don't matter if you call it a pagan. It don't matter if you call it a Christian. It don't matter if you call it a witch. It don't matter what you call it, baby. All of y'all are part of a group. And I just got to keep it real. I'm not here to offend nobody. But because you become part of these groups and you start to categorize people, that's when you start to lose your power. Because now you are part of certain groups and following certain man-made rules. And you losing your connection with God because this person said this and this person said don't do that. And da-da-da. Now, I'm not saying don't have morals and values, baby. I'm not saying that. But the more you listen to that outside chatter and lose your connection with God, the more your power starts to diminish. The more fear-based that starts to grow inside of you. And fear is the number one key, the number one factor to people think they're going to hell. I'm a sinner. Baby, listen, stop identifying yourself as a sinner. Speak highly of yourself. I cannot stress that enough. You are not meant to be perfect. You're not a sinner. You're not a sinner. You're a chosen one. And because you go through things in life, you go through ups and downs, you have good times and bad times. It's called you experiencing life and you figuring out what's working and figuring out what's not working. And some of us know what's not working and continue to do what's not working. And some of us figure it out and start to do what is working. You're just experiencing life. Stop owning the more you call yourself a sinner, the more you tell yourself I fall short of the glory of God. Guess what? Because that's your belief system, you're losing your power. I don't identify with nothing but greatness. And guess what? That's exactly what I will continue to embody. That's exactly what I will continue to manifest in my life. And if I'm doing something that I feel like I shouldn't be doing, guess what? I'm going to God. God, I know you made me great. So what's going on with this? This is something that I don't want to have in my life anymore. I'm not walking around condemning myself, speaking negative about myself. Don't do that, y'all. Don't do that. Don't do that. And I kind of went off on a tangent with the whole religion, spirituality thing, but that stuff is so important that you know who you are. Stop giving other people power over you. Stop condemning yourself, calling yourself negative names. Stop subscribing to what other people say about you. Stop subscribing to what the next person in their hierarchy says that you should identify as. You would never catch me identifying as a sinner, ever. And no, I don't think I'm perfect at all. Far from perfect. But you're not meant to be perfect. You're meant to experience life. You're meant to go through ups and downs, go through trials and tribulations, go through the valley. Life is like a puzzle. You're meant to figure out the puzzle. And again, some people figure it out, some people don't. But you ain't got to condemn yourself. Don't do that. You great. Come in the comment section. I'm great, okay? I'm great. So that leads me to something else, though. You got to be mindful of who pray over you. You, baby, listen. I'm going to tell you something. When I was a kid, I used to get in trouble at church. I was raised a Christian. I'm so glad I graduated from religion. So thank you, God. Thank you, God. Because a lot of people, y'all think y'all connected to God, but you're not connected to God. You connected to religion. A lot of people don't even know who God is outside of what religion tell them is. And I just got to keep it real, y'all. Just got to keep it real. But anyways, I would get in trouble at church because I asked all the questions. Why he say that don't make sense to me, Mom. I don't feel right. Mom, she used to be looking at me like, Ebony, stop it. Ebony, stop it. Well, I'm supposed to be able to ask questions. And guess what? The pastor never had an answer because I was asking real ass questions. And then they would have people come up to the altar and pray over you. And guess what? I was like, I don't want you to pray over me. But I was just a kid, just outspoken, telling the truth. I don't want her to pray over me. She be talking mess about so-and-so. And I think that she would, I know she likes so-and-so's husband and they married and I saw her flirting with him. I don't want her to pray over me. I don't want that spirit on me. That's how I was as a kid. Very outspoken. I'm talking bringing truth to everybody. Unconsciously though, not really knowing. Today, looking back, oh my God, you already had me in this position to keep it real. Y'all already know what I'm saying. You're part of the winner circle. You bring truth to the environment. You bring truth to the environment. I'm talking 6 years old. I was bringing so much truth. It was getting me in trouble and I couldn't understand why. Oh, because it's a facade. Everything is fake up in here. Oh, okay. And again, I'm not saying that's for everybody, every religion, every church. I'm not saying that. But when you don't know who you are, it's hard for you to stand for something. When you give your power to everybody else, it's hard for you to know what to stand for. You are the power, baby. You are the power. Be careful. Be mindful of who praying over you. You don't know what their spirit is like when they go home. You don't know what they're struggling with when they go home. You don't know what they're doing behind the scenes, what kind of snake stuff they got going on. You could be having, I don't care what their title is in the church, what their title is in a group, whatever communionship that they got going on. I don't care what their title is. You never know how people be moving behind the scenes. I'm saying I done been to a lot of churches. It'd be the first lady, the deacon, the deaconess, and all of this. And I don't give a damn. Them people was raggedy. Do you hear me? And I'm not saying people are supposed to be perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. But I'm saying I'm talking about people sleeping with each other's husbands and then get on that pulpit thinking they finna pray for me. Who? What? You ain't about to pray for me. You raggedy. Be mindful of who you got praying for you, y'all. There's nothing there's nothing that the next person can will for you that you can't will for yourself. There's nothing that person can speak over your life that you can't speak for yourself. As a matter of fact, when you do it for yourself, it happens 10 times faster because you have stepped into your power. You have arrived in knowing who you are. And again, I'm not trying to offend nobody. I'm not trying to disrespect nobody. I love all y'all. But awareness is key and I got to keep it real. I can't do nothing but keep it real. I got to keep it real. There's nothing that a person can speak in tongues, throw olive oil on you, push you on the ground to make you feel better more than you can going to God, talking to God, speaking your life into existence better than you can. There's nobody. Nobody has dominionship over you better than you do unless you give your power away. Stop giving your power away, y'all. Do not give your power away. You were born, you were created with all the abilities, all the answers. All you got to do is step into your greatness, step into your glory. Stop condemning yourself. Stop giving your power away. Stop thinking that other people know your life story and your answers. Now, again, there's a difference from getting guidance. Man, book a session with me, y'all. I will boss your life up so quick. I will boss. And see, that's the difference too. A lot of the times people are like, well, how do I identify a fraud? It don't matter whether it's a life coach, a healer. It don't matter, all these titles, okay? But if somebody is operating in a position to be a fixer or a healer, here's how you know the difference. A fraud is going to make it seem like they're connected to some kind of higher power that you're not. They have all the answers and you don't. A real one is going to help you remember that you already got the motherfucking answers. A real one is going to help ignite that fire in you. A real one is going to help you step into your higher self. A real one is going to help you come to the realization that you are the answers. That's the major difference right there. Okay, y'all? That's the major difference. That's the major difference, y'all. Listen, y'all. If y'all haven't joined the Winner Circle VIP Classroom, join the Winner Circle VIP Classroom. You're going to get sessions with me. You're going to get video calls with me. We just learned how to manifest money in our last Zoom call. You're going to get to connect with me. Whatever you got going on, you're going to get businesses you got going on, entrepreneurship you got going on, life, relationships, partners. I'm going to be able to help you specifically on your journey for whatever it is that you got going on. So join the Winner Circle VIP Classroom, okay, you guys? It is going to be, you're going to be able to talk to me in a more intimate way, a more intimate level, and really, really fix your life and really get your life bossed up, okay, in the Winner Circle VIP Classroom, okay, you guys? But I want to talk on the tail end of this video, and this was requested by somebody. I want to talk about love spells, okay? Because the young lady, she said she felt like a dude put a love spell on her. And there's dudes who tell me the same thing. I feel like this girl put a love spell on me and da-da-da. So how to counteract a love spell? Listen, to me, this is disgusting behavior. If you got to put a spell on somebody to love you, baby, listen, it's giving pathetic. It's giving, it's giving psychopath. That's what it's giving. Because there's somebody out there for everybody, okay? Or you might have multiple somebody, because God is abundant, baby. You might have multiple people out there, okay? But but how to counteract a love spell, because these things are really happening, okay? People are really putting love spells on people. So how to counteract a love spell is you might start, okay, I'm gonna have to break this down a lot. Okay, if you feel like somebody put a love spell on you, the number one sign is obsessive thinking. Obsessive thinking of them. Obsessive thinking of them. Now, if you're obsessively thinking about somebody, it doesn't always mean that they put a love spell on you. Y'all could be soulmates. Y'all could be twin flames. Y'all could truly have a spiritual connection to where y'all know who each other is on a soul level, to where it don't matter what you got going on in this world. You know that person is your other half. Y'all the same person, same theology in life, same belief system, same look, same swag, same life skills, same walk of life, same career, same interests, same hobbies. Y'all just do what y'all do the same. That's not necessarily a love spell. Y'all just connected on a soul level, okay? Now, if you obsessively thinking over somebody and you feel like, okay, something is going on, how to counteract a love spell is the moment you start that obsessive thinking, you got to stop your thoughts dead in its tracks. And instead of thinking about them, what are they doing? I love them. Da-da-da. They're so handsome. Da-da-da. They're so beautiful. Da-da-da. You got to stop yourself in those tracks. And what you got to do is put the focus, put the energy back on you. So instead of thinking of them, what are they doing? What am I doing? Instead of thinking about them, oh, they're so beautiful. They're so handsome. I'm so beautiful. I'm so handsome. I'm so smart. You literally have to stop your thoughts dead in its tracks and force the energy to go back onto you. Because when you're obsessive thinking, you're sending them that energy and they can pick up on it. Pick up on it. They picking up on it. They picking up on it. It's telekinesis. They picking up on it. They picking up on it. So when you got that obsessive thinking, on purpose, you have to stop yourself dead. Stop those thoughts dead in its tracks. I'm so successful. I'm so beautiful. I'm so handsome. I'm great at everything that I do. It doesn't matter what you say. Force the energy to go back onto you. And the more you do that, this obsessive thinking will start to slow down. Become obsessed with thinking about yourself. Become obsessed and engulfed with what you have going on. And it takes intention. You have to be intentional about saying, let me stop thinking about this person. Nope, I love myself. I am so beautiful. I am so handsome. I'm the prize. Oh, I look good everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, I'm the center of attention. I'm getting happier and wealthier every day. Start to say affirmations about yourself. And that's how you counteract a love spell. You stop sending them signals. Stop obsessing. That throat chakra going off. Thank you, God. So that's confirmation, y'all. So the moment because you're obsessing, thinking over them, you're sending them that energy. And because you're sending them that energy, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And it grows and grows and grows until you feel like you can't stop it. You have to stop yourself dead in your tracks of thinking of them. I'm talking about on purpose, intentional. Stop yourself of thinking of them. And put the energy back onto yourself. No, I'm the beautiful one. I'm the queen. I'm the king. I deserve everything. Everybody around me loves me. Everybody around me wants to protect and provide for me. Everywhere I go, I'm the center of attention. That's what it looks like. Because you're giving them all the attention, which puts them on a pedestal. You've got to put yourself on that pedestal. Everywhere I go, people love me. Everywhere I go, people want to protect and provide for me. Everywhere I go, I get free stuff. Everywhere I go, I get queen treatment. That's how you counteract that love spell. And the more you do it, the less obsessive thinking you'll start to have about them, and you'll start to be more engulfed in yourself. And then guess what? You raise your vibration, you raise your elevation. And anytime you're doing that, you're raising your money, you're raising your opportunities. And that's another thing that you can say. If you feel like somebody put a love spell on you, you got that obsessive thinking, and this works for, and not even just a love spell, any kind of spell, because when people try to put spells on you, they gotta say your name. They do it, whatever they got going on. They setting the attention for you. And I want you to say this: anytime somebody speak my name, no matter the intention, I attract more money. I attract more opportunities. Anytime somebody got my name in their mouth, I attract more money. Anytime somebody got my name in their mouth, anytime somebody is thinking of me, anytime somebody is focused on me, I attract more abundance. Anytime somebody is focused on me, I attract more opportunities. That's how you reverse that thing, okay? All it is a shift in your focus and how you perceive yourself. And then so once you start to say it like that, you're like, don't stop thinking about me. Don't stop putting a spell on me. Don't stop. Because anytime you open up your mouth, anytime you fix your mouth to say anything about me, no matter the intention, I attract more money. And guess what? You've reversed a spell. You've put a money spell on yourself. It's literally that simple, y'all. But you have to say these things and know these things with conviction. Say it with confidence, with conviction and confidence. That's all it takes, baby. Your tongue is powerful. And what you say about yourself and your tongue and what you believe is going to come find you. If you believe these other people got power over you, it's going to come find you. If you believe that you the end all motherfucking be all, guess what? It's going to come find you. Be mindful of who you letting give power over yourself. Be mindful of your belief system. Be mindful of where you lacking at in your belief system. Be mindful of who you give dominionship over you. Be mindful, okay? I love y'all so much. Let me know what you thought about this video. It was a lot to get out, a lot to unpack, but I love you guys so much, and I hope you have a great day.